Alright, malicious, delicious people, welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be a build refresh. Ooh, nice and fresh. But anyway, we're going to be doing the Sybaris Prime. Hold on, let me... Boop, there we go. So we're doing the Sybaris Prime since, currently, the Sybaris Prime is in here. The Prime Resurgence. Right here. It's right here. Prime Resurgence.
You choose when you're good and ready.
Yeah, and so we're gonna take it to the simulacrum and we're gonna show you what to do. Alrighty then. So I'm gonna be doing. Oh, let me do this. I'm gonna be doing a non-ramp up build. The last one was the ramp up build, but I decided to go against that since, you know, I believe having a build refresh that is really the same thing is not very great, you know? But, here is the Sybaris doing its thing. Incarnon version specifically, which you can get the Incarnon from Delivery. And it guarantees, not guaranteed, but it has a lot of status chance and almost guarantees blast with each hit, I believe. With almost 200% status, if you were to build it the way I'm building it. And I have Heat and Viral here in order to allow it to be able to armor strip. But if you're going to be priming for this, you're actually going to want to go with just a bit more things towards damage, I believe. Maybe even some blast to increase the blast even further. And use your priming pets to make this even more powerful, right? The priming is a little slow on this. It's not as fast as I remember, but then again I could be misremembering it since I haven't touched this thing in a while. But yeah, it's a pretty good Incarnon. There are better, but if you wanna, you know, use a burst weapon, which some people are into burst weapons, this is actually a good choice, since it does include AoE, because of the blast. But yeah, I'll take it into an actual mission, and you'll be able to see what it does against an Acolyte. Alright, I'll see you there. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't gonna be doing today's video, but I had a VTuber named Just Haley give me a little bit of motivation today. Mostly for something really unrelated. It's essentially masking versus unmasking, and I'm trying to unmask, but it's hard. Because, you know, I'm a 90s kid, masking is how you go with autistic people. So, it's hard. But this weapon also hits pretty hard. Sorry, weird, serious topic into weird segue, but, you know, I didn't want to stay too long in that conversation. But, here we go. Oh, we got the ballroom! Lucky day. Happy day, happy day. But yeah, this is essentially what you do with it. Oh, it's smoking? I couldn't see anything. Also, you might notice I put all of the graphics on as high as possible. Not graphics, but the particles as high as possible. Let me know if it's too much. I'll turn it down if necessary. But, yeah. So this is basically the weapon. It's very simple, very straightforward. And as you can see, things are a lot more closer together than you would think they are. So they kind of sort of are just going to get hit with a blast no matter what. With Nautilus, this is going to be great, so I would suggest using Nautilus to prime for this. But other than that, you know, I think this is pretty great. So we'll take it to an Acolyte and we'll see what it does to it. Oh, there he is! Hey, how's it going, Acolyte? What are you? Are you gonna be... maybe the guy? Oh yeah, he is the guy. That's not good. Oh, can I... what the fuck? Wait, huh? What happened? What's happening? You know, this happened to me earlier. I became immune and lay down on the ground. Okay, here we go, I got him. That was fucking weird. Okay. We should go. I guess life gives you lemons and sometimes it gives you sugar afterwards, huh? Alright, let's go. I don't know, today is both a good day and a bad day. I don't know. Alright, let's see you in the outro. Alright, so, yeah, I decided to use Yamcha in the thumbnail. It basically, he was laying in the same position as Yamcha, so over here, like, yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. Oh! Yeah! The Sybaris Yamcha's a bitch. That's what I'm gonna use. That's what I'm gonna use. So yeah. Hopefully you get some views, hopefully. But, we're gonna be looking at the Sybaris build, but first we're gonna go to Incarnates. Incarnate mode is gonna be 4-round burst of blast status pellets, which is gonna be really nice. And we're gonna be doing increased base chance by 15 and increased multi-shot on firing, stacks up to 10 times. You can also go with this one if you are a crack shot at hitting weak points, which, if you practice enough, you'll be able to do it. But I decided to go with this one since I prefer to hit bodies, just because I want to show what it looks like to people who can't do it. But this is definitely an option, and if you really want to go for this, this is probably the better option. And you have this one, which is weapon recoil. This is probably the best one out of this, because this thing kicks like a horse, and fighting the recoil is a bit of a bitch. So, yeah, I would use this one. The other ones are reload from empty, you get reload speed, and increase base damage capacity by 12. But I'm grabbing the weapon recoil. And this one is the one we were using, but I would actually want to use this one instead if I were to do a redo on this one. But the one we used is Elemental Dominance, which is base status chance increased by 8%, and effect doubles in Incarnon form, which is really good if you want to just stack as many blast procs as possible. And in some interesting cases, be able to one-shot targets with the heat procs, which is really nice. If you really want to go leaning into the heat, it can be really good for this. And it also allows you to go leaning into blast too, right? What I find is that Nautilus can really help with either of those two, just because the blast is that important. And, you know, critical chance, status chance raises it pretty high, but I really like the elemental resistance one. We're all going to be showing you the build now, which is going to be split chamber for multi-shot, magnetic force, rhyme rounds, and thermite rounds for viral heat, as well as raising the status to 92 on the regular shot and 148 on the Incarnon shot. We'll be using Duration because this is a non-ramp-up build, which, yes, it has primary merciless, but we're going to be using Duration mostly to get the ramp-up faster. And we're using Elementalist to increase the power of the blast procs, which is really nice. And if you were to go with... Actually, I'll show that later. There's also Viral Sense to get more crit damage, which can go from 4.4 to 6.6 on Incarnon. And Critical Delay for more fire rate. But if you were to go with a ramp-up, not only a ramp-up build, but also a build that goes really well with a primer, like a pet or something, this is the build you would want to use. Because blast procs are also based on the amount of bonuses from the blast itself. So if you want to go with Nautilus and have Nautilus prime for you with heat and viral for a little bit of armor strip and some damage vulnerability, you would want to go with this, right? You can also unlock the extra slot, but I figured I'd like a cheaper build. It doesn't really run out of ammo much, so there's no need for that. Plus, I believe I have Vigilante mods on my Urati, so it was actually showing you the orange crits, I believe, although I could be wrong. But, yeah, that was the build. And, oh yeah, I forgot to show you. Primary Merciless is here. I think I mentioned it, though. But yeah, that was the build, a little bit of a refresh. Technically 2 builds, if you really want to go about it. But, yeah, this weapon is good. Yeah. And remember, I showed the weapon on its own, by itself, no modifiers from the Warframe or pets, in order to give you a good look at something that you can do, and use your knowledge that I know you have to be able to put a little bit of investment into this. Or, if you don't think it's your thing, that's fine, and that's something that you are able to do. I'm not going to force you to do anything you don't want to. So yeah, have wonderful, wonderful nightmares. I will see you in them. Remember, if you're watching my content, I know you're into it. Honey, honey. Good night.